Hello everyone, welcome to this information session about the MBC's programs. My name is Johanna Arias and with me is my colleague Arantxa Johanna, who are Admission and Recruitment Manager at ESCP Madrid campus. We are here to present our different MBC's programs, their main particularities and how you can apply for them. Today, we have the pleasure to count the participation of our alumni, Nerea Guzman and Osvaldo Lomeli, who will be sharing their experience in the program and after finishing the program. Welcome, Nerea and Osvaldo, and thank you for accepting our invitation. We really appreciate it. So you can have a clear idea of how this presentation will be structured. First, we are going to give you a brief introduction of our business school. Second, we are going to explain what the admission process consists of. Third, we are going to focus on our different semesters program. And finally, there will be a Q&A session where you will have the chance to share your questions with our alumni and the admission managers. So I suggest that you try to post your questions on the chat box, so we'll be able to answer it at the end of this session. So let's make the most of this session and let's start. Give me a second to share the presentation with you. Okay, for those students who don't know what ECP is the world's first business school, which was founded in 1819. We celebrated our bicentenary 200 years of professional experience in Europe, and this is a good sign that we have an extensive background and experience teaching students across the globe. We have Europe in our ADN, and we are driven by European values. Our main objective is to inspire and educate business leaders to transform and lead changes in the organization. We are a cross-border multi-campus institution. We are the only business school with 6 own campuses in Europe. And these facts allow us to offer a real international experience to all of our students, since most of our programs include an States in one of our campuses. We have a campus in Warsaw, in Berlin, in London, 2 in Paris, 1 in Turin, and 1 in Madrid. We are nationally and internationally accredited by AACSB, which is an American association to advance collegiate school of business. We are also accredited by EQUIS, which is an European accreditation for management and business school. And our programs as MBA and EMBA are accredited by EFMD. We are one of the top business schools, not only by the trajectory that we have, and not only by the multi-accreditation that we have, but also by the positions that our programs have in different rankings nationally and internationally. For instance, we have recently ranked as one of the top European business schools by the Financial Times. Rank in the 8th position. Our Master in Finance is ranked in the 2nd position by the Financial Times as one of the top Master in Finance. Our Master in Management is ranked in the 6th position by the Financial Times as well. And our Executive MBA is ranked as one of the 5 top executive masters that exist in the world. So we have a great position, or good positions in different rankings nationally and internationally. Our Master in Marketing and Digital Media is also ranked as one of the best digital marketing programs by El Mundo ranking in Spain. This slide tries to summarize the main facts of our business school. As I mentioned before, we are the world's first business school. We have a full portfolio of programs that include bachelor, master's, MBA, PhD, and executive education. We have 6 urban campuses in Europe. We have 140 academic alliances in Europe and the world, and this facilitates the exchange of students and teachers among different academic institutions. We have 160 research active professors represented over 33 nationalities across our campuses. And we also have teachers associated to companies that are occupying important positions that try to give you a practical approach in the different programs that we have. We also have 5,000 managers and executives trained each year thanks to our executive programs. We have 7,100 students in degree programs represented 120 nationalities. And this is a good sign of our diversity and multiculturality in ESCP. We also have 65,000 active alumni in more than 150 countries in the world. And this is one of the most important facts that you need to know. And if you are looking for other programs, you need to ask about this. Since this means that you have 65 alumni who are now working in important companies, and this means that you have 65,000 open doors for potential partners and jobs. Now let's focus on the admission requirements. These admission requirements are similar for all the MSc programs that we have at ESCP Madrid campus. First, we require a bachelor or master degree in any discipline. The bachelor degree needs to have as minimum 180 ECTS credits. This year, due to the accreditation regulations, students starting with 180 ECTS credit or 3 bachelor degree, 3 years bachelor degree, will need to obtain an additional 30 ECTS at ECP Business School, taking an additional online course. The corresponding fee for this course is 3,000 euros. Second, an advanced English level of C1 is also required, and in order to certify this advanced English level, you need to submit your official English certificates such as IELTS, TOEFL, TOEIC, or you also have the option to take our English proficiency test during the admission process. In that case, you need to complete the application first, and when we see that you don't have any official English certificate, you will be invited to take our English proficiency test. 12 months of professional experience is also recommended in order to apply for our programs, and the international experience is also taken into account in the applications assessment, and in some cases, the lack of professional experience can be compensated by the international experience. The GMAT exam is not mandatory, since you will be able to take our numerical and verbal test instead during the admission process. So if you haven't taken the GMAT exam before, you will be invited to take our numerical and verbal test, and if you have the GMAT exam, you will be exempted from taking our numerical and verbal test. Now that we know the different admission requirements in the different MSc programs, it's time to focus on the application process. The application process is made up of 2 steps. First, you need to complete your online application with your personal and professional information and include all the documents that are required, such as bachelor degree diploma, university transcript, personal statement, 2 reference letters, English certificate. The score required in TOEFL is 100, IELTS 7, TOEIC 800, and a copy of your password. If you haven't finished your bachelor degree, you also have the option to apply for this program. But if you are admitted, you will receive a conditional admission until you submit your official documents. Second step, if you are eligible and you meet all the admission requirements, you will be invited to take our numerical and verbal test and attend a final interview with our academic directors and program professors. Then you need to wait around 10 days after the final interview in order to receive the final admission result. As you probably know, we have different admission sessions during the year, only if we have slots available. And the next admission session is this month. And I would like to remind you that the deadline, the application deadline for this admission session is March 7th. And every admission session has a deadline, so you need to keep in mind the deadline in order to apply for every admission session. Now it's time to talk about the scholarships. ESCP Marie Campus offers two scholarships. First, we have the early bird scholarship of 2,000 euros over the tuition fee if you are admitted and confirm your slot before March 31st. So if you would like to obtain this automatic early bird scholarship, you need to apply for the MSc programs before March 7th. That is the deadline for the March admission session. The second scholarship that we have is a partial scholarship. The MSc program offers 20 partial scholarship of 3,000 euros over the tuition fee based on financial needs and academic merits. In that case, you need to, in order to apply for this partial scholarship, you need to be admitted and confirm your slot in the program. So you need to present a personal statement indicated why you need this partial scholarship and evidence that justify or that demonstrate why you need this scholarship. The application fee is 130 euros, and the enrollment fee is the amount that you have to pay in order to confirm your slot. You need to pay the 10% of the tuition fee in order to confirm your slot in case that you are admitted in the MSc program. Now let me curious, since I'm going to discuss one of the main points of this presentation. And at ESCP Madrid campus, we have 4 different MSc programs. They are Master in Marketing and Digital Media, Master in Digital Project Management and Consulting, and Master in Hospitality and Tourism Management, and Master in Real Estate. All of these programs are 15-month full-time programs. These programs are accredited by the Conference de Gran École. They have 90 ECTS credits. They start at the end of September. They involve a real international experience since they are developed in more than one campus. You will be able to specialize yourself in a very demanding field. The typical profile that we have in our MSc programs is a candidate that comes from a general background, and after professional experience, they identify their main needs and interests, and they decide to do a specialized master in order to acquire skills and knowledge in that field and apply for job position in that sector. You will also be able to adapt the curriculum to your main interests and profiles, since all these MSc programs include a specialization period, and you will also be able to choose elective courses during the development of the program. You will also have an internship at the end of the program. And I think that this is one of the main benefits that you will have here, since the internship is included in the curriculum. You are required to do this internship in order to obtain the master degree. So this is a great opportunity for you to put into practice what you have learned during the program. You will also be able to learn another language, and all these programs includes an Spanish immersion course before starting the program, and Spanish classes at the third term. So although these programs are taught in English, you will be able to improve your Spanish language and practice the Spanish language out of the campus. You will be able to improve your English language in a professional manner, since, as I mentioned before, all these programs are taught in English, and English will be the official language to communicate with teachers and mates. Now it's time to explain the Master in Marketing and Digital Media. The Master in Marketing and Digital Media try to provide you with an intuitive view of the different digital marketing tools and techniques that exist, and how they can be integrated in the design of a digital marketing strategy. Okay. It involves a real international experience by being with students of more than 20 nationalities and taking place in more than one country. The tuition fee for this program is 20,350 euros, and this tuition fee includes the airplane tickets, the transport, accommodation, and insurance during the international seminar that generally takes place in Silicon Valley, San Francisco, US. And the tuition fee also includes the Spanish immersion course before starting the program, and the Spanish classes at the third term. The programs Sunlight take place in Madrid, in Silicon Valley, San Francisco, London, or Berlin. And you will also have specialization tracks. In this program, we have 3 different specialization tracks that are digital fashion and luxury track, digital transformation and entrepreneurship track, big data analytics track. If you choose one of the first specialization, digital fashion or digital transformation, you need to go to London campus. If you choose big data analytics, you need to go to Berlin campus. As for career opportunities, this program has one of the highest employability rates. 98% of our students find a job within the 3 months after graduation. And our students are working now as brand manager, global trade marketing manager, global product manager, growth and content marketing manager, digital quality specialist, marketing operation manager, and so on. And they are working in companies as Google, Amazon, Pinterest, L'Oreal, Procter & Gamble, and so on. Okay. About the structure of the Master in Marketing and Digital Media, the first term goes from September to December and is in Madrid. The second term goes from January to March and is in Madrid. The third term go from April to June, and start with international seminar in Silicon Valley, San Francisco, where you are going to visit the top-notch companies in the sector, Google, Amazon, Oracle, Netflix, IBM, and how these companies implement the latest digital trends. Then you will have the specialization track, either in London or Berlin, based on the specialization track that you finally choose. And then you need to come back to Madrid campus in order to attend an international consulting project with one of our partner companies that consists of solving a challenge that one of our partner companies is going to introduce you. And the idea is that you work with the company in the solution of that challenge. Then the fourth term starts from July to December, and here you need to do the internship and finish the master thesis. So this is the structure of the Master in Marketing and Digital Media. And now I leave you with my colleague Arantxa Johanna, who is going to talk about the other MSc programs that we have at ESCP Madrid campus. Arantxa, it's your turn.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. I see that we are a lot of people already connected. I even see some people that we already met, some people that have already taken the admission session. So welcome to everybody. I'm happy to see all of you. I'm going to okay. As my colleague told you, I'm the admission and recruitment manager for 3 of the Master of Science of Madrid campus, project management and consulting, real estate, and hospitality and tourism management. All of them have mostly the same structure. Even the Master in project management and consulting, we share with the Master in marketing, even the international seminar. We have some of the subject we share, at least the digital part or the digital vision of the business. So we even go to the seminar together. The tuition fee for this program is 20,350. We study in Madrid 2 terms, 2 full terms in Madrid. Then we go to Silicon Valley. We come back to Madrid and we finish in Berlin. We have, this program has 2 different tracks. One is more specialized in project management and the second one in consulting. You do not need to choose the track at the beginning of the master, because sometimes you think that you know what you want to do, but then when you are studying, you broach your mind and you decide that your path maybe can be a different one. So you are going to have like the coaching of your professor, just to help you to get through your way. Most of our students and as business analyst, project manager, digital transformation analyst, business consultant, strategy consultant, etc. If you can put me the other slide, Johanna, thank you very much. As we were seeing in the Master in Marketing, the term 1 is going to from September to December. In December, we have the Christmas break. We are going to be in Madrid. Second term as well, from January until March. We are going to have the Easter break. Then we are going to move to Silicon Valley, San Francisco, and then Berlin, and finally in Madrid. You need to assist to classes during 9 months, and then you are going to finish around June, beginning of July, and you're going to have till December to present your master thesis and to complete at least 4 months internship. As Johanna was telling you before, all the students who are enrolling the program with 180 ECTS are going to need to complete 30 extra ECTS, and it's going to be prior to the master start. So they're going to be studying those 30 ECTS from June till September. Okay. We move to hospitality and tourism management. This program is mostly oriented to the hotel part of the management, but we are going to study as well food and beverage, some events management, maybe some other like cruises and everything. But mostly the big part of the syllabus is going to be a little bit oriented to the hospitality sector. The tuition fee is 24,350. You can see that is a little bit more expensive than the rest of the master. The reason is that this master includes the PDP certification at the Hotel School Cornell in New York. Just the PDP is going to open you a lot of doors in the industry. If you want to take this PDP outside ESCP you will pay for this program probably around 7,000, 6,000 euros. So this is already included in the tuition fee. Okay, we started studying in Madrid, the same that the other Master of Science, 2 terms in Madrid, and the 3rd term, depending on your specialization in your track, you're going to go to Torino or to London. And then you're going to study 2 weeks at New York at Cornell University. We have 2 tracks, as I told you before, food and beverage and event management. If you choose this track, you're going to go to Torino, because we have another Master of Science in Torino that is fully specialized in food and beverage. So you're going to be sharing your time with a student from this master. You're going to have great opportunity to build a strong networking and to deep in this area. And if you are more interested in the part of hotels and real estate, more in the part of the, when we are talking about hotels, we are talking about the building and the investment in what we are talking about, business and real estate. So you're going to study in London. Career opportunities for this master: sales executive, consultant, revenue management, luxury tourist, hotel management, etc. etc. You're going to have like plenty of opportunities, because this is a huge sector. Every single time that we talk about tourism, is like in our head we just can see like hotel and travel agency, but there's a lot of things that you can do in this area, and this is a really passionate master. About the structure, as we were telling you before, all the masters share more or less the same structure. You are going to spend 2 terms in Madrid, 1 term in Torino and London, with the part at New York. You're going to have an ICP, it's an international consultancy project. This is quite similar in some cases to the internship, but this is considered part of the elective hours. So you're going to be working in a real company, but this is not an internship. We consider this like the part of the thesis, because for this master, sorry, because maybe I'm explaining a little bit strange. For this master, all the students need to present a master thesis at the end of the master. In the Master of Hospitality and Tourism Management, it's like we divide the thesis in 2 parts. One is practical and the other one is theoretical. So the ICP is like the theoretical part, sorry, the practical part of the thesis, and the thesis you're going to put in theory all you have learned during the ICP. Please let me know if I've been clear, because I think I was not really clear explaining that. I don't know if you are able to see it, Johanna, but we have 1 question.
Okay, let me check.
It's about the additional 30 CTS. Okay, so we are going to move on with the last Master of Science. So we have plenty of time, so all of you can ask all the questions that you may have about it. The Master in Real Estate is our latest master. 2020 was our first cohort. That means that we have no alumni yet graduated in the program. We used to offer real estate as a specialization within the MIM, the Master in Management. You may know the Master in Management is a 2-year master. First one is a general master, first year, and second year you can choose 1 or 2 specialization. Real estate was offered as one of the specialization at the MIM, and we decided, we observed that we have a lot of demand for the industry and for the student to have like to go deeper in the sector. And Jaime Perez Luque, the Professor Jaime Perez Luque, which right now he's the academic director for the program. He's passionate about the sector. He has been teaching real estate in the United Kingdom and in the United States. He has like really a strong partnership within the industry. Right now, last year, he signed an agreement with the Monaco government. So we are kind of like in charge for all the real estate situation at Monaco. And we decided to launch a master. It was great. We expect to start with, I don't know, maybe 15 students. Last year we have 36 students at the real estate, like with 25 different nationalities, really good profiles, and we are pretty happy about this master. The price of the tuition fee is 19,350. You're going to study at Madrid and London, and the opportunities at the end of the master is working on the prop tech, real estate big data analyst, mortgage, real estate asset manager, investment manager, etc. About the structure, first term and second term in Madrid, as the normal. Third term is going to be London. We are going to have 2 field trips. Depending on the year, maybe we are going to France, London, Monaco, probably one of them is going to be in Spain, and the fourth term is going to be to complete the internship and to present the master thesis. Now that if we are okay. As we are, I have here the question about the 30 ECTS. I'm going to try to answer. They are asking if it's online, the courses to gain the additional 30 ECTS. Yes, it's going to be online. If you have like a profile, for example, where you have a bachelor of 180, but you have been working, I don't know, for 3, 4, 5 years, maybe we can convalidate part of your working experience for ECTS. So if you have any doubt about it, it's a little bit more complicated that if you have a working experience, you do not need to take the extra courses. So don't be shy to send us your CV, and we can check every single case individually. But for like normal, yes, you're going to need to study 3 months online. And if you are working or doing an internship during the summer, you are going to have a really busy summer because it's absolutely mandatory to take the 30 ECTS. Well, just move on. Career services. We have a career service department at the school. This is for us really important. Every master, the groups are not too big. We believe that we need to meet each one of you to know your strength and your weakness, and be able to work with you and help you to get you where you want to be in 5, 10 years time. So you're going to have the opportunity to have personalized coaching session with our career service department, workshop. They're going to work, for example, in open days with different companies, job fairs. You're going to have a platform with job teaser. You're going to assist to companies presentations. So you're going to have plenty of opportunities to meet real companies, to speak with people from the human resources, to meet another person from different companies, and to have all that soft skills that you are going to need to get your dream job once you are graduated from the school. You can see we have partnered with companies really important, such as Accenture, Allianz, Amazon, Deloitte, Ernst & Young, Hyundai. So I don't know, I'm pretty sure that you're going to have plenty of questions. So this is your time to ask anything that you need to know. And Johanna and me are going to be really happy to help you. And don't forget that with us are Nerea and Osvaldo. They are going to give you as well the vision like alumni. So they have been in the other side. So just feel free and ask anything that you need.
Yeah, and now I would like to introduce 2 of our alumni, Nerea Guzman and Osvaldo Lomelí. Nerea is from Spain and is currently working in Procet and Gramble as a digital marketing brand manager. And Osvaldo Lomelí is from Mexico, and he's now working in British American Tobacco as a digital marketing for Byte and Glow, Spain. Both of them would share their experience while they were still here in ECP, and also after they graduated. So, ladies first.
Hello, can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Well, first of all, hello everyone, and thanks for coming. I don't want to make a speech of my life or anything like that. I would really like to explain and share with you my experience in case me or Osvaldo could be able to help you if you are in this situation, either that you are taking the master at the moment and don't know in which companies could you be applying for, or either you are thinking about taking this masters. So well, say that. Um, Now, as Joanna told you, I'm Nerea, I'm 25 years old, and I'm working now in Madrid in the position of digital marketing brand manager. And well, I would like to explain you first why I started this master, then what this master has helped me, or what I've learned during this master, and how this master has helped me to take up this job. So firstly, before starting the master's, I graduated from business management, and then I didn't know what to do. I wanted to test marketing, and then I went to Panama, and I was working as a brand manager intern in Puig, and I really liked the job. But at that point, I was not sure if I should do a master, because now a master is just a super plus for a job. Then I wanted to introduce myself into the luxury industry. And also I knew that the digital side of the marketing, it was not really developed in some companies. So I thought that if I study a master's in digital media, that could provide me I could be like an added value to that company. So that was the reason that why I decided to take a master. Then why I decided to take it in ESCP. Well, in this master especially is marketing and digital media. So it has the two parts. It was not only digital media. Also, as ESCP is an international business school, it would provide me with a diversity of program, because I was doing my master in Madrid, and then I did my specialization in fashion and luxury in London. And also I was going to be able to work with different students from different backgrounds. Also, many teachers from this program are currently professionals in the field, which is very, very important from us, for not only about a network standpoint, but also to provide us with real examples in real life of different situations that could be facing, or different projects that we could be involved. Also, ESCP has a very, very large um, agreement with different multinational companies, in which actually I was sure that I wanted to keep my professional track into an international company. So this was such a plus for me. And also it has this specialization in fashion and luxury in my case. And also it has the plus of being able to go to Silicon Valley, not only to San Francisco, but to be able to really know all the techie companies, understand the latest trends. Also, we were having a seminar in Berkeley. Also, we were able to see like all the elevator pitch and the different startups. Like, it was super cool. And well, that was the reason why I started and I applied for this masters. And overall, my experience within the masters was really, really positive. I have to say that the masters was really intense. I learned a lot of things from a personal and a professional standpoint, because we were like all the time involved, like in so many different projects, like all the time. It was like a non-stop. But I also think that I learned so much from my colleagues, because they all came from different backgrounds, different ways of studying. So it was like really enriching for me. And I also think that in this master is more, I would say, practical rather than theoretical, which for me it has helped me in my current job. And also, normally, like all of the subjects are when you are doing a project in a subject is super oriented to a company real case, and in other cases, we were actually working for these companies, such as, for example, the L'Oreal case study or the Abbas Media. And in my case, the consultancy project, I did it for Colgate here in Madrid. And also regarding the subjects, I gotta say that from, as I was saying, like I could say that it's divided in like only marketing and then the digital part. Both of them are like were really, really enriching for me. And for example, in the digital side, we were having teachers from Google. So I mean, I don't think that it could be anything better than that. And also, as I was explaining before, the international experience in Silicon Valley was super amazing from a professional standpoint, and also from a personal. I mean, also it's super cool. Who don't want to go, no? And well, finishing this master, my story was the following. So I finished my third term in London, and then I was super obsessed with cosmetics, with luxury. And then, well, as I did the case study in L'Oreal and the consultancy project in Colgate, I was called to do the interviews for the internships. But then, as I was also looking for my site, I got an internship in Mondelez, which is like FMCG, so it has nothing to do with luxury, but I was also interested, so I took it. I stayed there for 1 year, and I finished it on July on 2020. And then it was all the COVID time. So in this case, in the company, there was not place for to have like a job afterwards. So I started looking for new opportunities, and then I took I started an internship in Procter. It was a 6-month internship. And actually, the internship I was applying for was for a brand manager intern position, but I was called from the digital department of Procter as like, okay, I think your profile matches more with the digital with our digital department. So after 4 months, I got hired in the position as brand manager. And I gotta say, like, I'm super happy because I was actually like able to apply like all the knowledge I got from my master's. And I think like all of the practical cases that we were doing, and also all the part of CEO, SIM, PPC, etc. Like I'm managing right now like all of the strategies, and I learned it all from my masters. And that's it. And just to sum up, maybe to let you know what I'm doing right now in my current job. So I'm basically leading the strategy, like the marketing strategy of all the brands, because it's like a corporate department. And what I do is the media buying part, all the brand strategy in the digital aspect. Also, I'm managing like the whole web page, corporate web page with all the brands, where we convey and do like digital marketing campaigns. Also, I manage the social media channels and the CRM. And that will be it from my side. I hope this might help you, or feel free to reach me or ask me any questions. I will be super happy to help. And I suppose this is a difficult situation if you haven't applied for this master but you are thinking about. I know it's a big investment, but that's the reason what I'm here to solve your doubts and try to help you in here. Thank you.
Thanks, Nerea, for your valuable contribution. I think that our participation has to learn from your experience here. So now is the turn of our student or alumnus Osvaldo Lomeli. Osvaldo, is your turn.
Hi everyone. Nerea made it a little bit difficult for me because she explained everything really good. Uh, you said everything I wanted to say, so now I'll have to improvise a little bit. Well, I'm Osvaldo, as you know, I'm from Mexico. I also studied marketing and digital media with Nerea. We were classmates actually. I am 28 years old and I am now working in the digital marketing team for British American Tobacco. So the reason why I applied to this master is because when I studied my bachelor degree, I did it in marketing, but it was really broad. I mean, in terms of marketing, it was a lot of classes that were offline. So I was like 25 years old, and I realized that I wasn't updated in real life, which is funny because I was young in some way, but that was the truth. So I wanted to do a master in something that was more oriented into digital marketing, to specialize into that, because it's not that it was the future, it was the present, and I felt updated. So after reviewing different masters in all over the world, the one from ESCP sounded really interesting for me because of everything Johanna, Arantxa, and Nerea already said. The teachers were look like really prepared, and it's a good balance between academic teachers but also people that come out of the Google offices and then come right to the classroom to tell us something that they are actually working on, which is really interesting. Also because of the Silicon Valley course, the international track, that ESCP is a university that is really gathering people from all over the world, which for me it was super interesting because I wanted to leave my country to have a more international background and to learn from different cultures, cities, offices, etc. So yeah, at the end, ESCP was my choice, and I don't regret it, honestly. Um, what else from from the things I like the most of them, Nerea already explained, but I have some differences between me and her. She chose the London track for the international track, and I chose Berlin. It was super interesting because I personally love the city, but it was more specialized into big data and all these things that I think they are super interesting, and also learning from other teachers, other backgrounds, etc. Also, something that I really liked was the practical cases with real companies with real challenges. Let's say Nerea did it in Colgate, I did it in Abbas Media. I already came from agency professional background, so working for Abbas was really good. We actually did. They told us um, a project that they were having on that time with a client, and we worked on it with them, and we also presented it. So it was super interesting, and I enjoyed it a lot. Um, Also, as I already said, the international background, like we were having classmates from India, China, all over Europe, and it was just like really interesting, and we were always working in group projects. So you at some point you talk with everyone, and you socialize with everyone, and you learn from everyone. So it's um, I really liked it. And what else? How this have helped me in my professional life? Well, as I already said, I wasn't specialized in digital marketing, and I wanted to work in digital marketing. So after graduating, I found I had this internship at British American Tobacco, the company I'm working now, and I started as an intern. And after 5 months, they had the opportunity to open a new digital department for the first time because of two products that they were new, and they were able to communicate online. So I was lucky enough to be one of the two persons that opened that department, which is very nice. And now, after 1.5 years later, they hired me, and we are now a team of 8 people that started from two. So it's really we opened an e-commerce from zero, social media platforms from zero, also CRM, digital advertising with the whole digital ecosystem. And as you may know, these products are not it's not that easy to advertise because there are a lot of legal restrictions. So it is quite a challenge, and to open it and follow all the guidelines. So it has been a journey, and honestly, I must say that I wouldn't have this job if it weren't because of everything I learned from the classes, and the things I learned from the master. So yes.
So thank you, Osvaldo, for sharing your experience at ESCP and after finishing the program. Your contribution is very enriching for all the participants who are looking for a new opportunities to specialize themselves in a very concrete field. And you have mentioned your case is the typical case that we have in our program, because most of our candidates tried to become an expert in a very concrete field, and they try to look for a master that demonstrate that they have the skills and knowledge in that sector in order to apply for a specific job position in that sector. So thank you for sharing and accepting our invitation, you both. And
Thank
so
you.
now we have a lot of questions. So is the chance to answer and to share any questions about the MSc program, about the admission process and alumni experience. So let's start. The first one is how can we practice on the numerical and verbal test? Thanks, Agat, for breaking the ice on the chat box. Yeah, we have some links that we can provide you, so you will be able to practice the numerical and verbal test beforehand. So I'm going to provide you with my contact details. In the presentation, I have my personal email, so contact me, ask me about the links to practice the numerical and verbal test, and I will provide you, or I can contact you tomorrow after this session in order to provide you the links. Can you have both a scholarship, you meet the requirements, or just one? This is a question from Sarah. Yes, you can apply for both scholarships, the early bird scholarship and the partial scholarship, and you can benefit from both scholarship, but taking into account that this scholarship, the early bird scholarship of 2,000 euros, is for the candidates who are admitted and confirm their slot before March 31st, 2021. Okay, so if you are interested in applying for this early bird scholarship, you need to apply it before March 7th. Okay, we have another question from Alan. Will learning be on campus or online for the fall 2021 semester? So now I think that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. In Spain, we have already started the vaccination, and the deadline to have our population immune is summer. So we are very optimistic to start the MSc program in person. Now, in spite the current situation, the MSc programs are following a blended methodology. So our students have 50% of the classes on campus and the other 50% of the classes online. So this means that if a course has 3 hours, you will have 1 hour and a half online and the other 1 hour and a half on campus. So our students have the international experience because they interact with teachers and students from different nationalities. Can we attend the course online to gain the additional 30 CTS? I think that this is a question that you have already answered. Am I right, Arantxa? I can hear you.
Let me know. I was answering a question.
Can we attend the course online? This is a question that you have already answered.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the admission, if you don't have the GMAT exam, you said you can take. Okay, so I can see it completely. Okay. So sorry.
Sorry, we have a question for Nerea. Marta Maya says, Nerea, I also want to follow the specialization in fashion luxury in London. Do you think this specialization was good for you? Will you talk a little bit more about this?
Yeah, sure. Yes, I mean, for me it was very useful, and actually we were mixed with another masters from ESCP that were doing, I think, part in France and part in London, and the teachers were, I mean, were so good, and also it was, I mean, it was all about new digital trends in fashion and luxury, and actually my specialization in my thesis was about how augmented reality influence in the beauty in a store. So it was all about actually fashion and luxury, and for me it helped me a lot, and I learned a lot from it. Yes.
Thanks, Nerea. this question from Sarah that I haven't been able to read it completely. In the admission, if you don't have the GMAT exam, you said you can take there. Does has extra cost? No, this not has an extra cost. This is included in the application fee. Okay, so next one. This is a question from Rajana. Can we apply to 2 different programs? Will the internship be in any necessary country? No, the internship is worldwide, and you can apply for 2 different programs at the same time, but taking into account that you have to pay a different application fee, since every program has different admission requirements and the admission process is different. Arantxa, can you continue with the other questions?
I'm all the questions right now are answered. I have written the answer. We just have, well, this is not a question. Li Menkiao says that will you consider about Zoom meetings in the future because the sound is not very clear and it's always intermittent. We are very sorry if you are not able to hear us, but you are going to have our email if you have anything or if you have missed something. Even in the website of ESCP, www.escp.eu, in the admission part of every one of our master, you are going to have the option to book an online meeting, one-to-one meeting with Johanna or with me. So if there's anything that you want to talk with us deeply, the best thing that you can do is to save a time slot with us, and you are going to have a video call with us just one-to-one.
Okay, so I have another question from Carolina. Hi, I wonder if the test plays a huge part in your decision process, or if you value the profile of the candidate more. So as I explained before, the admission process consists of 2 different stages, and the admission final score is defined based on the application assessments that weight 30% of the final admission score, the numerical and verbal tests weight 20% of the final admission score, and the final interview weight 50% of the final admission scores. So we use an holistic approach, and we focus not only on your academic merits or admission requirements, but also on your main motivation, interests, and performance that you shown during the admission process. So as you can see, the final interview is the most important part in the admission process.
Just one thing, not for all the programs weight the same, the SHL test. For real estate and hospitality is 10% of the final admission score, the SHL test or GMAT, and for project is 15%.
Okay, so another question is, I have a question for Nerea and Osvaldo. How did they find their internship? Did they directly apply on companies' websites, or does ECP has a platform where we can apply for internships? Nerea?
Vale. Well, in my case, in both, I did both. I talked with the career service advisor, and also I applied myself within websites, and also in the companies that in which we were doing our projects, such as L'Oreal, Colgate, etc. They contacted us from the projects we were doing as well.
Yes, and also if I have to add something, ESCP also provide us with different, let's say, workshops yeah, because they are not courses, but workshops to prepare ourselves for applying to jobs. Like we have like different talks about how to improve and boost your LinkedIn. Also one-to-one sessions with experts that review your CV and tell you which areas you can improve and which ones you're good at. Also, I think there were two career fairs, if I'm not wrong, where they come different companies to invite us to apply and let us know about everything. Also, in my personal experience, also when I went to the Berlin campus international track, I also spoke to the career services from there. So they gave me like a personalized coaching for applying and everything. So yeah, at the end I applied to many companies. Many of them directly from ESCP, and many of them from LinkedIn. Actually, at the end, the company I work at, I applied directly from the careers website, and at the end I got it.
Thanks, Osvaldo and Nerea. Yes, so we have a job teaser platform, as Osvaldo and Nerea has mentioned. And in this platform, our partner companies try to publish the internships and job position available, and our students will be able to apply for this job position directly. So it's a good place to know more about the companies, more about the events that ECP organize in our different campuses, and it's a good opportunity for the students to apply for a job or for an internship if they are interested in that position. Okay, so we have another question.
I think that is useful for everybody. They are asking me, well, they're asking if they send the application on March 15th, if they will benefit from the early bird. The early bird is for students enrolled in the program prior March 31st. It's not if you submit the dossier, you need to submit your dossier, take the admission process, be admitted, and pay the admission fee. Sorry, pay the enrollment fee. So if you want the 2,000 discount, you need to present your dossier prior March 7th. Other way, you will benefit from another early bird. It's going to be 1,000 euros discount, and it's until June.
Okay. Arantxa, I don't know if you have answered the Noman's question. Are the classes compatible with work life?
Yeah. But maybe this is a good question for everybody. The Master of Science are full-time master. So we have had some cases where students were working during, but I think Nerea and Osvaldo are able to answer this question. Do you think, Nerea and Osvaldo, that is compatible with a job?
I personally don't think so. I think, as I was mentioning before, the master is super intense, and in my opinion, I was super packed. I don't know about Osvaldo, but I guess pretty much the same.
I wouldn't suggest it either. At the beginning, I tried to maintain some freelance projects and everything, and at the end, I just couldn't. It's a full-time master, and it's quite intense. But don't get the wrong idea. It's also intense in the way that you learn a lot, and it's not the strict intense. But in order to have a balanced day, I wouldn't suggest to work and study at the same time.
Just keep in mind that you are going to like specialize in like complicated field, and you have just 9 months to do it. So while you are assisting a class, it's going to be pretty intense. You are going to have classes from Monday till Friday, and you can have classes from 9 in the morning till 7 in the afternoon. Not every single day you're going to have so much classes, but you can have classes on that schedule. So it's quite complicated, and I wouldn't recommend it at all because you are not going to be able to take like the full experience. for the master. And this is a big investment. I think you need to take everything that you get from the master, and it's just 9 months. You need to stop working 9 months, and then during the internship you're going to get paid, and then you're going to go there and you're going to get a job position and everything. But those 9 months for me are really important to be really focused on the master.
Yeah, and I think that if you have free time, it's a good moment to enjoy this time with your mates, interacted with your mate, because all of them are at the same situation as you. So you need to enjoy the city. You need to enjoy the different moments or different experience that you can have with the other mates. So there is time for all. So if you need to study, you need to focus on it, and then you will be able to work when you have the specialization track, the specialization period, sorry. Okay, so another question. Okay. Another question from Alexia. When is the application deadline? Yeah, we have different admission sessions, as I mentioned before, and the next application deadline is March 7th, this Sunday. So if you are interested in apply for this program, you need to apply before the deadline. Okay, so another question is an MSc considered as a regular master degree during the hiring process? As it doesn't have the grade master in France? No, this is considered as a master degree that is accredited by the conference de Grande École, and is also considered master level 2. So for the hiring process, this will have the value of a master degree. Is the Madrid campus well connected to public transport? What do you think, Osvaldo?
Yes, it is. There's literally a bus stop in the corner of the campus. So it's quite funny because at the end of the class, all the class goes inside that bus. But yeah, you can easily get there without any problem.
Even the stop is called business school. That's right, something like that. The stop is business school naming.
Yeah, it's true. Yes, exactly. So yeah, it's part of the experience.
Okay, so we don't have more questions, and the time this session has come to an end. Thank you all for attending this information session, and thanks our alumni for accepting our invitation to this session. We really appreciate your valuable contribution during this information session. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. As Arantxa mentioned, you also can book a session with us. So try to send an email or to book a session, and I will be able to support you during the admission process. Thank you all for attending.
For your time today. Bye-bye.